So welcome on the Evolve Fitness podcast. Today on the episode we have Andreea, who is a good friend of mine. We know each other from like a long time, about 3 years. I think
3 years? It's so long.
I think so. It was when I was training at Revo, so it was about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So like you knew me when I was very lean, and then I bulked, and then I prepped, and you saw me my whole prep.
Yes.
So like you have a very like good overview about my progression, physical progression for the last 3 years.
Yes.
And like a few days ago we had a talk about like PEDs, steroid use in females, because I did a Q&A, and like I was saying, no PED questions, no direct questions, because I have a lot, and I think Instagram is not the best place to talk about it, because it's too open to everybody, and some people don't really have like the knowledge and like cannot really have a step back or stuff to just like talk about it. And so I just say no PED questions, and then you say like it will bring some more just saying that. Sure. And in fact it didn't, but you had some good questions too, because you were just genuinely curious about it. And I thought it was a good idea to bring you on the podcast, because like it's very, very interesting questions that I think many people are wondering about, like asking themselves, because PED use in female is not really talked about. And yeah, I think it was very good questions, and I want to just keep going with this conversation, but like publicly. So this information is also available for other people. So like let's just go back to the initial conversation about it. Like the first question you asked,
I think I asked you like how do you feel? Like that was the first thing. How do you feel?
Yeah, because like when I left Revo, it was 1 month or two after my prep.
Yes.
Not so long after my prep. Yeah. And I prepped Natty.
Yeah.
Completely Natty. Oh my god.
It was crazy. Like it was just crazy.
It was crazy.
At the end of it, I was like,
I was
very impressed. I was impressed that you hold on, and you had that. I don't know. You just did it.
Yeah, just push.
No matter what, like you just did it, and you did it good.
Yeah, for sure. Like I'm pretty happy about my physique at the end, because I was shredded.
Yeah.
Like my conditioning was very good, and it's just like the muscle mass. I would love to have more,
yeah,
but you know, at this time,
sure.
it was my best physique I could bring on stage. I couldn't have done more than that. I really pushed hard, and like retrospectively, when I think about this prep, I'm like, prepping Natty is fucking hard.
Yeah, it is.
Like seriously, I was almost fainting at the end. Like every set, I was fainting at the end.
I think it is hard anyways. Like, but
yeah,
I think it is harder mentally most of the time.
For sure, like it's very hard mentally. But Natty, you don't have any help.
Yeah,
hormonal help, nothing. So at the end, I was just crushed. Like my hormones were rock bottom. Like nothing. I had no periods. I was feeling like shit, no energy, nothing. But when you're enhanced and you can have some hormonal supports, like thyroid hormones. So it's like, it's not decreased, it's still normal range, because you have some exogenous intake of thyroid hormones, of testosterone. You can also have some estrogen, progesterone if you want. Yeah. And it helps so much, because you lose fat so much like easily, and you're not like, it's still hard, but it's less. I think. So I finished my prep, and then I started PEDs in January, so beginning of January. So when you say like, how do you feel? It has been a month that I'm on PEDs, and like at the beginning I just started with TRT, so testosterone replacement therapy, because after my prep I did 8 weeks of recovery phase, so increasing my calories and going back to normal health.
I remember that.
And at the end I did a blood test, and everything was in a good range. I had my periods back and stuff, but the thing is, like my testosterone was still very low. It was like very, very low in the normal range. It was like 0.2 nanogram per milliliter, which is very low. And when testosterone is low, male or female, you feel bad. Like you really feel bad. You feel tired. You feel like low energy all the time. Progressing is not a thing. You're not progressing
or recovering from.
It's like it's really bad, and no motivation, no drive, no libido, nothing. Like
and so did you have that low testosterone level before the prep as well, or just after the prep? Because like I know some girls like have naturally very, very low testosterone, and it's hard for them to recover after workout.
For sure.
I never checked mine. So I'm really curious as well about mine, but I never checked it. So was it only after the prep that it got so low?
Well,
or I don't naturally.
I don't know, because like before the prep I haven't done any blood work too. The same, and I think it would have been a good thing, but I didn't.
It would have been interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I just didn't, because I didn't have like the knowledge about blood work at this time. So my first blood work, like complete panel, was at the end of prep.
Okay.
So I finished my prep. It was, I think, just after Muscle Fest or before Muscle Fest. So my last show, I did the blood work. So it was at my worst. It was at my worst, like the worst ever. And then I did it the next one after my recovery.
Yeah.
So I know, like at the end of prep, I was at 0.2, and after my recovery, still 0.2. Didn't increase at all.
Okay,
that's interesting. Everything increased except testosterone.
And you were still not in that recovery period.
Okay.
You were just like gradually increasing your calories.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so my testosterone is not catching up. It's not increasing.
Yeah.
So anyway, like when we were talking before my prep or during my prep, we were already talking about PEDs.
Yeah,
the fact that I was thinking about it, and
wasn't surprising that.
So it was in my plans to go on PEDs at one point. I knew it would be in the next month, I would say.
Yeah.
But at the end of my recovery phase, when I saw like my testosterone is not recovering, I was like, maybe I can start now to increase my testosterone to normal point.
If you would have gone to the doctor, maybe they would have prescribed you something even.
For sure.
If they saw such a low level.
It was very, very low, like the normal range, and it was in the end low, So I was like, anyway, I want to start PD at one point. So like maybe right now it's a good time.
Yeah.
And also I learned about PEDs for few months. Like I did the G3 university course, which is like very detailed on steroid use, and it's not only steroids, it's nutrition, like training, everything. But on this course it's like so many details about steroids, how to use them, like different drugs and stuff. So like if you want to learn about steroid, I would really recommend this one. Like it's expensive because it's like $600.
Okay.
But it's like a full course. Like you have an accreditation at the end, and it's
Okay, that's interesting.
It's like a real full course, and it's super well done.
I will put it on my bucket list.
Like it was a great investment. Like I think it's really worth it. Like every single dollar, because you learn so much. And it's like from studies and from experience. Like he's a great coach. He coached many great athletes. Like he's going to the Olympia himself.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's John Jewett.
Who?
John Jewett.
Okay, I don't know him.
He's a 212 Olympian, and now he's switching to Open. So he's a great one.
To check it.
For sure I will send it to you. But he's a great athlete himself. He's a great coach too. And his course is amazing. So I learned a lot of things on the course, and I was just feeling ready to go to the enhanced route and start, because I had the knowledge to do so. So
it's very important to do your own research. Because I see online more some girls that take these drugs, and it seems like they don't know what they are getting into, and that comes with this thing you said at the beginning, that it's like a taboo topic.
For sure.
Especially for females. And I think if people would talk more about their experience, it would be easier for girls to just get prepared and to decide if they really want to take them or not. Because like I said, some like are regretting it now because they didn't know what to expect, and that is really bad.
Yeah.
Or they just trusted their coach so much that they didn't do their own research, and maybe if they would have done it, they would have noticed that they don't agree with the things that would happen to them.
And do it better.
Yeah.
Like most of the time in this case, like it's like the coach is prescribing some stuff to take. Like the girl wants to compete or something, and the coach is like saying like take 10 milligrams of Anavar, and they don't know anything about the drug. They just take it.
Yeah, they don't know that the adverse events they could be, and if they would have known it, they wouldn't.
Maybe because like especially male coaches usually they just think women are small men, and they're just giving random stuff, and just like many coaches are thinking, okay, she's a female, so Anavar, and that's it.
Yeah, they don't take into consideration many things. Like, which are important for a female, maybe also for a man.
Yeah, because men they can get over with many stuff. Because
they're men, they are like
like they're not as like for us. We are very sensitive to virilization, and we can get like masculine traits and side effects very fast and easily. For men,
it's like a bonus for some.
Like, absolutely. Like they don't really have bad side effects. Like it's mostly health effects, like liver failure, kidney failure, stuff like that. But it's really with heavy use and time. But for us, like small doses of, I don't know, testosterone, a bit too much, or Anavar, and you can have a very deep voice very fast. And it stays for your whole life.
Yeah, for a man, that's like
if they have a deeper voice, it sounds good. Like
good.
So I just started with TRT because I felt confident about it, confident about my knowledges, and that it was a good thing for me because my testosterone was so low. So I just started with TRT, and about how I felt great because I was not in the like end low range. I was in the like end high range of normal, so still physiological range. I wasn't like above physiological, so it's still normal levels, but high instead of low.
Was it like a too quick of a jump?
Or
it happened in time?
So first I started with, because for TRT for females, the first like initial dose would be between 3 milligram and then 6 milligram a week of testosterone, which is very low. But so I started with 3 milligram a week of testosterone, which is like lowest recommendation for TRT. And I went from 0.2 to 0.5. So it was like 2 times more, but still normal, and I was in the middle range. And then I was like, okay, I want to bump it a bit more to be in the higher range, and I increased to 6 milligram, and I finished at like 0.8. So as a female, you don't want to be above 1 nanogram per milliliter of testosterone. So when you do your blood work, you have to be below, because above you have many risks of like virilization. So you shouldn't be above 1. So I was at 0.8. It was perfect. So I'm just staying like that.
And now also you're in that range.
And also like recently I felt like I had like increased libido, and my voice was starting to get a bit weird. And I was like, okay, let's test my blood levels, because it has been a while. I was just like going with the flow with my same dose because it was working well. And I checked it, and it was too high. It was like 1.3. And I was like, fuck. So my natural testosterone caught up. Like, it increased a bit. Because before it was fine, and now it went up. But my dose, like what I inject, stays the same. So I think my natural testosterone increased a bit, you know, because my dose is still the same. So I was like, okay, it's too high. So I decreased it. And now it's fine. It has been 2 weeks that I decreased it, so I need to do another blood work to check if the dose is fine. So with TRT, you have to do some blood work, like
for sure. I
frequently.
Guess with all of them.
But like TRT as a female, like testosterone is very androgenic. So you have to be careful with this one, and I think it's good to check it a bit more often, like every month, maybe every month, 2 months.
You just do that, just
testosterone, just to check your level if it's still like if you're still in the right like area of the range, and you're not above. Because
you just
like
felt it, like immediately felt it.
Well, yeah, I felt like a few days my libido was higher, and my voice was starting to be a bit cranky, you know, a bit weird.
It doesn't sound weird now.
No, it's still like very normal, but I just felt, I don't know, something was not really on point. And I just checked it, and I was right. So I felt it right, and I directly decreased my dose.
Yeah, that's a good thing to get to a point before you start PEDs that you know your body so well. That you know these signs, and you can immediately do something about it when you feel the sign. Because like some people just don't feel their bodies yet, you know?
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah, good, because like it's not a good thing to stay so high with testosterone. So I decreased the dose, and now it has been 2 weeks, and I'll go for a blood work next week to check if it's fine. So like with TRT, you feel, if you have low testosterone from the beginning and you go on TRT, you feel so much better. Like more energy, more drive, more motivation, better performances, more strength. You know,
for sure.
If you triple your testosterone levels,
it's obvious
like,
what will happen.
You gain a lot of strength, so training progress is going well. More hypertrophy because you have more testosterone, which is anabolic.
Sure. And did you change your training method in that period? I mean, did you change your sets or something?
No, I just kept it the same.
Okay.
Because for me it works super well, like my training volume and everything works well. So I just had some like help with testosterone to recover better, to like progress more, and to gain muscle easily. But I didn't change my training because like it works for me, and increasing volume, for example, would be too much. I wouldn't recover. I push to failure. So no, I just kept it the same, kept my diet the same. I just like had a little push with testosterone, and also it improves body composition a lot. Like I lost fat.
In your photo, like you posted that photo in your bikini or what? And I saw it. Like your waist was like really tiny. Because like you gain muscle and you lose fat, you know, so it's just changing your physique. So like I felt so much better with TRT. And if you have low testosterone, and male or female, and you go with like higher testosterone, it will, like, you will feel it right away, and you feel so much better. And do you take it like on cycles, or is it just continuous?
So TRT for athletes, when you want to optimize your muscle mass and gain muscle mass, you stay on TRT all the time. Like the goal is to be constantly at the right level of testosterone, you know?
I thought it's just for men's. Like I think on a Trained by GP site that it's recommended that you don't come off TRT. Like even after you stop using something else, you just keep the TRT. And I don't know if I recall correctly, but he said something like after a certain age, as you get older, your testosterone drops. So it's good to like stay on TRT, even take TRT when you get older.
Absolutely.
Even for like non-gym purposes.
Even like just for health, like if you're 60 or 70 and testosterone starts to drop, like having TRT, it improves quality of life a lot. But for female, it's the same. Like especially females competitor or just athletes, or doesn't matter. Like if you want to optimize your progression and muscle mass acquisition, like staying all the time on TRT will allow you to stay like stable but high level of testosterone all the time, because it's a hormone, it varies, you know. So at least with TRT, you're sure you're maximizing your testosterone levels. So you stay all the time on TRT. And then you add a cycle above it, for example.
You know, that's separate.
Absolutely. Like a cycle, it's a little push above physiological range. Like TRT, you stay physiological, you stay in the normal range. And then when you do a cycle, you're not in the normal range anymore. You're above the normal range.
You have to keep it like in shorter periods because
of the side effects, because of urination. So you cannot go for like more than 6 weeks on a cycle.
Because that's what I read also on Megan Sylvester. You know, that she tries to be more time without a cycle than on a cycle. they have such a smart way of training and dealing with things. Yeah, I like
they're doing it very well. Yeah. And like the thing is, like Tom Evans, he has a great like illustration about like side effects accumulation over time. It's like you have a glass of water and like just a glass, and every cycle you pour some water. And it just stays there. It doesn't empty.
Okay.
So cycle upon cycle, you add some water in the glass, and it just like increase over time.
Yeah.
And like it's like when the glass is full, you have some like deep voice, and you can have also facial hair, acne, clitoris enlargement.
Yeah, that's one
it's a nasty one.
Yeah.
Like seriously, and deep voice. Like for me, I don't want to have this. Like if my voice is a bit deeper, I'm okay with that,
fine,
but as long as it stays my voice and it's not like, you know, this specific enhanced woman voice. I don't want this one. Like you can hear some IABB pros.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever heard it in real life.
Well, here at the gym, I have there is a girl in my gym. She has this voice. Yeah, it's like very deep, and it's like if you were a boy during puberty.
Okay.
You know, like
so like
it's
when
a bit
your
like
voice breaks.
It's like that,
that's
and it's very deep. It's super weird, and I don't want to have this voice.
I want to see that.
I will.
Yeah, because like I know some people who go to your gym who are.
Yeah,
using
But I will just like show you some Instagram girls who have they have this kind of voice.
Yeah.
Because they are like IABB pros. They are the best athletes in the world, you know.
Yeah. Well, you
so
have
they are
chance,
taking a lot, and it's a compromise you have to do at this point.
Yeah.
At this level, when you are at the high level, well,
you have to decide what you want then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like if it's your career, well, maybe a deeper voice is not such a big deal, you know.
Yeah.
So for the cycles.
And did you have any of these side effects yet, except the little voice thing you said? I'm just asking randomly now because I forget then.
No. My acne is still the same. I have acne like since I'm 16 years old. So it's still the same. It didn't get worse. Facial hair, no. I just noticed for sure increased rate of hair growth. Like on my arm, on my legs, it grows faster.
Yeah. I mean, you cut this out if it's too something, but like, did you have laser hair?
Yeah, I did laser. I don't have any hair.
Did it affect it?
No, it's not growing back. Like, it's just like the existing hair are growing faster. But I did laser on my arms and look, nothing. I don't have anything on my legs. I'm doing it right now. Okay. So I'm not done with it.
It will be interesting if it's affected or not.
Procedure. For sure. I don't think so, because like laser is just burning your hair follicle.
Yeah.
So it's not growing back. You don't have hair anymore. But the existing hair are growing faster.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not like creating new hair.
It's like growing faster.
Just growing faster.
Yeah.
And I don't have like back acne. I don't have acne on my body.
Because that's the thing you see on some people who are using like these huge pimples.
Especially men. Usually it's men huge. On the back.
Yeah.
And for me it's not the case. And just like I felt my voice were like it's a bit deeper than it was, because I am recording my voice.
Yeah.
I recorded it before my first cycle, and I recorded it at the end of my cycle.
Yeah, like specifically for that?
Yeah.
Or just on podcast and
no, because I want to monitor my voice changes. I don't want my voice, as I said, like to be like transgender voice.
Yeah.
So I'm really like cautious about it, and like for example, if it starts to get in the wrong direction, I would just stop drug use. So not to worsen things. So I'm recording my voice before cycle and at the end of the cycle, and I could hear a difference between the two. It's a bit deeper, but it's still my voice. And like people, when I talk to people, like to you or anybody else, they don't notice anything. My family didn't notice anything. My friends didn't notice anything. So it's still me, it's still my voice, but it's a bit deeper than it was.
Maybe it's just you feeling it because it's like on your mind.
I will. You will see with the recordings.
Okay.
In my opinion, it's still a bit deeper. It's not crazy. It's just a bit deeper.
It's fine.
So for me, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, as long as it's not a completely different voice.
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, because like for a cycle, you have like, you cannot just go on cycle and cycle without any side effects.
Yeah, for sure.
It will accumulate over time.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like, can't your body just like eliminate some of these?
No, this is the thing. Like, it's permanent. Your voice, like, you can do surgery with your vocal cords,
but that's like,
but it won't.
Risky. Maybe you won't get what you want, and you end up with this like
weird voice. Yeah, like you won't go back to your normal voice. And yeah, so voice is permanent. Hair growth and acne is not permanent. It can go back to normal. But the thing is, like, for example, for facial hair, if you're, because like we have baby hair on our face, but if it turns into like
man hair,
it stays man hair, so you have to do laser to remove them.
I know someone, a girl who has this problem, like thicker hair on her face, but not from PED.
It's just like PCOS or
higher testosterone, and she's like devastated by it. But she was when we were friends, and I can see why. Yeah,
it's very, like, for women, it's very hard emotionally to change into a man, you know. So, and also depends on your genetics. Yeah, especially in this, like, if you do it and you know the risks and you're okay with the risks.
Yeah, that's something else that you take it and done.
Yeah, but if it's like a coach who doesn't have knowledge about it and just give you a lot of another stuff, and then you have very bad side effects.
Yeah, then it's equally your fault as well as the coaches. Because you should have done your research. I don't understand these people who just trust blindly in someone and don't read anything about it. Just he said that, and it's good.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like, it's your responsibility too, because you are taking something. It's a drug. It's not a candy.
Yeah,
so
exactly. And it's
do your research.
Body. Like, if you don't care about your body and what will happen to your body, what do you care about?
Absolutely.
Like, you have to live with yourself for the rest of your life, you know? Like,
So I totally agree. Like, you have to know where you are going with it and to learn about it. Like, even if it's your coach prescribing you some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because some coaches are great, but some are very bad.
Yeah.
I can talk about my cycle, the last cycle I did, because I did only one cycle since I started PEDs.
Yeah, one other than the TRT.
So TRT, it's all the time. Like, all the time, just the base.
Inject that? Or
it's injectable. This is also the thing. This is also the thing with women, because usually women are scared of injecting anything more than men. And this is why Anavar is such a great option for coaches, because you just it's oral.
It's pill. Okay.
It's a pill. So you just take this pill and that's it.
Yeah.
But if you tell a woman inject something, like, you know, it's not, they wouldn't say, like, they wouldn't be so open to it, I think.
And you don't have a problem with it?
No, like, for me it's absolutely fine. Injecting is not a problem for me at all. And it's like with an insulin needle. It's very, very small. It's like super small. And I need super small amounts, so I just do it subcutaneously. So you pinch your skin.
Okay.
Inject, you don't feel anything.
Every day?
Yeah, every day.
God, I think I would die.
No, sorry. For TRT, like with, for example, 6 milligram a week, you would do 2 milligram. For example, for me, I do it on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, because it's testosterone propionate, so it lasts 3 days. The half-life is like 3 days. So after 3 days it's metabolized and it's gone. So you have to do it every 2-3 days. Kind of. So you do it on, for me, I do it on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and 2 milligram. So per week total, I have 6 milligram, but 3 injections. But if you're taking other substances, you have to inject every day. Like, for example, GH, growth hormone, it's every day.
Like that little needle that's subcutaneously, that I feel like that hurts more. Like, I don't know, my father had to do something.
He has diabetes?
No, but for blood clots.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. He said it hurt like hell. he had to do it like on his stomach.
Yeah, yeah.
And it hurt like hell.
Well, depends.
I would die.
Like I do it on the side because on the side it hurts less in my opinion than on the front of the belly. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know. I think you have less nerves here, nerve endings, so you don't really feel the pain. Like I just breathe and I don't feel anything.
Yeah, or maybe you're just like very strong.
I don't know. Yeah, we have different pain tolerance too.
You can survive anything.
Yeah. So it doesn't really hurt on the side, but you have to inject it. And I think this is why a lot of females don't want to go like with TRT or other like hormones like or substances you can use injectable because they don't want to inject anything. So they go to the easy route, which is Anavar, but it has a lot of side effects. It's worse than an injectable because you have a lot of side effects from it.
Or like the other one, the Clan or what's
Clan, it's a fat loss agent.
Yeah, I feel like many coaches use that as well, and I don't know, like they don't know the side effects of that either, or are there side effects?
So clenbuterol is a fat burner, so it's not androgenic at all. You won't have any virilization from it. It's just like fat burning, so it will increase your.
So it's not like a steroid like the
no.
So I confused that.
Yeah, it's not a steroid. It's only a fat burner, but it will increase your sympathetic system. So you'll be always like stressed out. Like for me, it brings me so much anxiety. Oh my god! Like I'm still anxious as a person from the beginning, and with clenbuterol on it, I'm like very anxious, and anxiety and stress, and you're like always jittery and stuff like that.
Not a good combination with like fatigue from prep, I guess.
Yeah, but it's a good fat burner, so it really helps with fat loss. You can lose fat way easily. So but like for me, so I did only one cycle because I'm on TRT from January, but then I was like, okay, after a few months, I wanted to push more to go on the supraphysiological range. So I did a cycle with Masteron, which is a steroid. It's a DHT derivative, so like you have testosterone, and testosterone is like can metabolize into estrogen with aromatase enzyme or to DHT, which is another molecule, through 5-alpha reductase, which is another enzyme. So testosterone can be converted in these two hormones. And Masteron is a DHT derivative. So it's not like testosterone, it's a derivative, and it has way less androgenicity than testosterone. So it's way safer, you have less side effects, you have less like virilization from it. So you can take higher doses of it, which is like, it's less anabolic than testosterone, but you can take higher doses. So it's good, kind of. And you don't have as much androgenicity than like testosterone, which is very androgenic. So like
you put that on top of testosterone.
You put that on top of TRT. So Masteron also like because you have several DHT derivatives. So you have, for example, primobolan, which is quite known, and Masteron, and like these ones are usually the more used for females.
Yeah, I heard about the first one as well.
Yeah, but the thing is like, so primobolan is more, I would say, complex and elaborate, like it's more refined as a drug. It's like the 2.0 version, and Masteron is 1.0, you know. But primobolan is more expensive and more faked, because as it's expensive, drug sellers like to fake it. So you don't really you don't have primo, you have something else. Usually it's testosterone instead of primo, and if it's the case, you're in a bad situation. Because imagine if you inject
you take
primo,
that two on top of each other, like a double dose of TRT,
and it will be even worse, because when you inject primobolan, it's like the starting dose is 35 milligrams a week.
So it's like,
and you can go to 70. imagine if you inject 70 milligrams of testosterone, you're basically going to be like transgender route.
Yeah,
if it's testosterone.
Do like 6 or what you said?
Yeah.
6? Yeah, and then like 7. Yeah, that's
6,
like
and it puts you at the end of physiological.
Yeah.
So 70.
Damn. Yeah, because it's like dangerous to buy this stuff from the, I don't know.
Yeah, from people, because like you don't know.
My pocket, like take something, you know.
Like you don't know if it's true primobolan.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like with Masteron, as it's not as expensive, it's usually not fake, and at least you know you have Masteron, so it's safer to use.
Yeah, for sure.
So I wanted to start with something I know it's Masteron and not something else. And this is why I started with Masteron. But for my next cycle, I bought some primobolan.
Yeah.
And I also bought a test. So on internet,
you talked about it. That's like interesting. How can you test it? Like a mini chemistry lab here.
Yeah, absolutely. Like because I didn't really know about it. Like I know you can send your drug to lab and they can test it, but I don't know here how it works. And I think it's very expensive to do that.
I have no idea how that works. Like
me neither. So I was like
you can't just go to Cinebo and
no, you cannot just give your like primobolan and say, can you fucking test it? So I say like, are you like serious? Like no, it's not working this way. I don't know it works here, and I just heard some people saying you can test it, but like it's not practical. You know, like here I don't know how you can do it. So I was like,
or how legal it is to own it, let alone go and test it if it's real or not.
For sure. So I heard about a brand which is called Roy Tests, and they are selling many tests for a lot of PED, like growth hormone, testosterone, primobolan, anavar, like many stuff to test if it's a true hormone or true molecule inside. So I bought it. It's pretty cheap. It's like £30.
Okay.
And as I looked on, because I didn't receive it yet, it's on its way. It should arrive this week. But it's like you have 2 little containers with a liquid, and you have something to dip. So you dip it in your primobolan, and then it's like a chemical reaction, and you have a color. And if it's the right color, it means you have the molecule inside. If it's the other color, it means it's not the molecule inside. So you don't know about the quantity, you don't know about the concentration.
Yeah, that's...
maybe it's less concentrated, maybe it's more concentrated, you don't know.
That's an important thing as well, because like, if it's more concentrated, then you're fucked.
But as it's primobolan and it's expensive, it's less likely it's more concentrated. Usually it's less concentrated, because they want to earn money, you know, like it's easy money.
Either way, you're gonna feel it in a way, you know, like if you mess up with... cut this out, okay? It will mess you up either way, because if it's less concentrated, then you won't get the results.
For sure. Yeah.
If it's more, you just like
more it's bad.
Man.
So I prefer like less concentrated, because as a female you have way less risks. But you never know. Like the only way to know like the concentration and if it's exactly what's written, it's to test it in the lab. It is PEDs, it is legal, you cannot do that really. Like it's not really something you can do, unfortunately. But at least knowing if it's a true hormone inside,
better than not knowing.
Yeah, it's way better, because at least I can know if it's primobolan or not. Because if it's not primobolan, no way I won't inject this thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm waiting for the test to test primobolan, see if it's true primobolan or not. And I will try this one because it's more refined. So you have a bit more anabolism than Masteron. So I want to try this molecule too and see how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. How did you feel during that cycle? Like
I didn't feel anything, which is a weird thing. Yeah, I was expecting to feel like, I don't know, increase of strength or and I didn't. So my cycle was based
not
on
even like mentally inducing yourself. No,
but I used a very low dose. Like TRT plus Masteron 35 milligram a week, which is a starting dose. Okay, it's like the low dose you can take, which is efficient, but the lowest one. So it's a starting dose 35 to see how I react to the drug. So 35 milligram a week. Plus growth hormone, 1 unit a day. So it's very low amount, but as a female you don't need huge amounts. And
that growth hormone is like DRT or some kind?
Growth hormone, it's like, so it's not directly anabolic. It's not a steroid at all.
Okay.
It's a protein.
Okay.
And it's like insulin, the same kind of molecule.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
And growth hormone, your body is secreting it naturally.
Yeah.
But when you inject it exogenously, it brings you more GH.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah.
So GH is very good for connective tissue growth.
Mm-hmm.
So it will support your muscle growth because you also need to have more tendon strength and stuff like that.
Okay.
So it helps with recovery.
So it like strengthens your joints, basically?
Absolutely. Yeah,
It's
your connective tissue. Because like with steroid, it will increase the rate of muscle gain.
Yeah.
But not connective tissue. And connective tissue are slower to gain like in strength and in like hypertrophy of connective tissues.
Mm-hmm.
So with growth hormone, at least you help your connective tissue to grow a bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
So it like at the same level, I would say, as muscle growth, and you're less prone to injuries.
Okay.
So better recovery, less injury risk, which is important when you want to progress.
Yeah, and that's like not anabolic, you said?
It's not anabolic itself, but like some research on it suggests that it can increase the number of muscle cells. So like testosterone, for example, will increase the size of the muscle cell, so hypertrophy.
Okay.
But not the number. But like GH is said that it can increase the number of cells, so hyperplasia.
Okay.
So if you combine the two of them, you have testosterone increase the size and GH will increase the number.
Okay.
You have like it's like synergistic, you know, like you have more cells and more growth.
Okay.
So you grow like the volume is even bigger.
Oh, okay.
And because like if you have only GH, you have maybe more cells, but if they're not growing, you won't see any change.
Yeah, true.
If you have testosterone, it will grow, but like if your muscle cell is growing, okay, but if you have more cells growing, it's like even more. You multiply it.
Yeah, okay. That's very interesting. And you won't turn into a man, basically.
No androgenic effect from growth hormone.
Okay. That's very interesting, actually.
Yeah, very it's a great one, but it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Like 30 units, like in Romania, because I don't know in other countries, I think it's even worse. But in Romania, 30 units, so I'm taking 1 unit a day.
Okay.
So for 1 month.
Cycle, okay.
Yeah, well, I was, so until my cycle and even a bit after, until August, I was taking GH every single day with my TRT. 1 unit a day with my TRT.
Until August?
Until August, because I just don't have GH anymore. My stocks are... I have to restock, and it's in process too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna...
a pocket first. And
because it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
And I just bought it for a few months, and then I just ran out.
Okay.
So, but I was taking it 1 unit a day.
Okay.
And during my cycle, I kept it the same, 1 unit a day.
How much are 30 units?
So like 30 units for me, as a female, it's 1 month of GH, and it's like 500 lei.
Okay,
so about like 100 euros.
Yeah.
So for me as a female,
month,
but guys, they are taking 3-4 units a day.
Yeah.
So like, let's say 3 units a day. It's like 10 days, 30 units.
Okay.
So for 10 days, 100 euros.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. See, that's a guy from my course. You know, I said that I'm going to that course. He's like, you've never seen something. Maybe you saw him. He's going to your gym.
What's his name?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, can you cut this out? Because I don't
I will cut this out.
Dude.
He says he's natural.
Dude!
He says he's natural. See, I don't fucking trust him.
This is my problem with people who take PEDs. And you can cut his name out, but keep this in. Like, some people, it's just so obvious. They are taking something.
Like his arms?
They are not saying. They are not honest about it. So I'm like, dude.
It's fucking... Because, like, a good friend of mine at the gym, he's a coach, and he knows this guy, and they talk. The guy with huge arms.
No, who's your friend?
Daniel Fatol. He's a coach at my gym. I don't think you know him.
No, I don't.
And I talked with him, and I was like, he's not fucking natural.
He's not.
Like, he's saying he is, but he's fucking lying. Like, his arms are bigger than my whole torso.
His arms
It's
are
like
bigger than his fucking head.
Yeah.
When he does that, you know what he does? The double bicep pose. His head is like disappearing. Yeah. It's okay.
But it looks bad.
Dude, yeah, it's so disproportionate.
His legs are small and he has just big arms and big chest.
Like when I saw that dude first time, he came to the course and he's like, first weekend he didn't, I mean this is off topic and it's like...
Yeah, but it's fine.
The first weekend he didn't come to the course and he came only the second weekend. When the instructor saw him, like, dude, he said like 10 minutes of like, it doesn't matter what you look like, this is about clients, you know.
Okay.
I was like, okay. But like not even the side, but did you see the veins?
Yeah,
like, you don't have such veins naturally.
No, just the size. It's not natural at all. It's like fucking way too huge. Yeah. And the worst thing, like lying to strangers.
Yeah, that's my problem. See, because some people who are obviously taking something, are not.
It's fucking obvious
honest,
for him. Like,
are not honest about it. I'm like, I appreciate this about you, that you're honest about it and you know, open about it and not pretending you're not taking anything.
For sure. Like, it's very important.
Yeah.
But like...
Or let alone the people who go compete in a natural federation.
Oh.
I mean, we both know.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
A lot of them are doing
that. It's so low for them. Like, it's bad for them because they recognize that they can't put up with the people at like Muscle Fest, let's say. Yeah. So they just compete with naturals. And, like,
just to win a trophy.
Yeah. Like,
but it doesn't worth anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking bad.
Just like, okay, take them, but then work your ass off and go to Muscle Fest. And
absolutely.
And see what you can do there.
Like, play with the people who are playing the same game as you.
Exactly. So, like, so that's about the dude, like...
Oh, but this dude, like, he's lying even to his friend.
Is.
Like, the coach I told you about, they are friends.
Yeah.
And he's still lying to even his friend.
Yeah, but like
how can you lie to your friend?
Yeah, how did I start? How did I get here to him? Oh yeah, he said that he was talking with another guy from the course, and they were talking about supplements, and he was like he's spending like 1,500 lei on supplements a month, and I'm like, yeah, that's not only protein, dude.
Supplements.
Yeah. And he started like saying the protein, the creatine, the omega-3, the vitamins. I'm like.
Yeah, it's not. It's like maybe 500 lei, but not 1,000 lei.
Yeah, like,
and for sure, it's not natural.
That's not supplement. That's other kind of supplements for sure.
But like, it's messed up to lie about it.
Yeah, so messed up. And I was like, dude, what do you work? Are you an artist? Where do you get the money? And he said like, no, sunt un video chatist. I'm like, oh, okay, what the fuck? Cut this out, yo.
Oh my god.
Just cut this out. Because I don't wanna, maybe he's watching you.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to say.
We never know, I will cut it out.
I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Because like, for real, is he coaching? He's not coaching, he's just...
I haven't seen him coaching anybody.
Yeah, back to our stuff. I had a good laugh about it.
Oh my god, this guy is fucking insane, I swear. But so for GH, it's not androgenic and it's very interesting to have it because it's like synergistic with testosterone. So if you combine the two, it's like...
Yeah, and if you took it like every day, did you see like actual change on your muscle or like bigger volume on your muscle?
Well, so GH, it can cause some water retention.
Okay.
And it can also increase your hunger, and I didn't feel any of it.
Okay.
I haven't felt any. But also the thing, like, GH is very expensive, and it is faked a lot too.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's either very underdosed or either it's not even GH.
Oh, okay.
So, but this time I put my hands on pharma grade GH, so it comes from a pharmacy. Oh. So as it's pharma grade, it's like pure GH. It's not like underground. If you have the right contacts, you can put your hands on this kind of things.
Okay.
But you have to know the right people, because it's illegal and it's not okay.
Okay, for sure.
But yeah, like...
I mean, it's illegal, but like a lot of people...
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's just like, if you're... I don't think like personal use you won't have any problems because like the police doesn't really care about a bodybuilder injecting some testosterone. But if you start dealing and selling, and if you're involved in the network, you know, like if you're selling a lot of drugs and you're
for sure, then it works like with others.
You can be you have more chances to get caught. And to have troubles, like legal troubles.
But like just buying.
But just like, personal use, they won't bother. Like they have more important stuff to deal with, like murder, I don't know, stuff like that.
I guess.
Not a bodybuilder who is injecting some testosterone. Like I don't think they care.
Because like I always wondered, like if your coach prescribes these, like from where do you get it? Like did he give them to you or how?
It can. So some coaches are giving the drugs to the athlete and they also ask a bit of more money because they are like selling it directly, you know, or they can tell you like buy from this guy.
Basically, makes
usually
sense.
Usually it's like that. Also depends if you have a coach abroad, like a coach in UK for example, and he doesn't know about Romania, he will just tell you like find by yourself. So usually you just ask to people in the gym, like if you see big bodybuilders, like, you ask them, like, where do you get your stuff, like, and usually they can tell you, and you have a contact, or you can buy from them. But either your coach is going like to give you the drugs, or you find by yourself.
Safer from your coach, maybe, or like if he's good.
But like if your coach is buying from a guy who doesn't have like good quality stuff. It's not safer. Like, really depends on the quality of the product by itself.
Maybe you can see if it's fake or not on your coach's body. You know?
Like
how he looks like.
If you don't progress at all and you're injecting like I don't know a lot of steroids and it's not working well, maybe it's not good quality.
Or he's not doing something right.
But I think the most important thing is to know the right people and people who are doing it right. Like
for sure.
If you have a big bodybuilder, you have less chances to have bad stuff because if they are fucking huge,
exactly.
Okay, genetics, okay, doses, but if they're using products like, you know, in these communities, they know the good products and the bad products. So I think the best like way to find drugs is just to ask in the gym or to ask like big bodybuilders, you know, and you can like have some contacts like that.
For sure.
So but you just don't really know about the quality, except if you have pharma grade, you know, it's the best quality you can have because it comes from the pharmacy. But if not, but if not, it's underground and you're not really sure about what you get. This is why the tests are a good tool.
But maybe not the best.
Well, at least you know it's like the molecule or not.
At least it's something.
Because if it's not the right molecule, like if I don't know, you order like primable-based testosterone, it can be fucking bad. Like for a guy, maybe you won't notice any difference. Like more estrogenic side effects maybe. But for a female, you can turn into a man.
Basically, literally.
Literally. So
just need a dick.
You have to be very cautious, like, and not going with high doses because, as we said, like you have a glass and you fill it every time. So you have to be very careful about how you do your cycle, like drug selection, drug doses, because if you do it wrong, it's like waste of side effects because you still fill your glass.
Or if you are not working hard enough and recovering enough or eating enough in that cycle, because I imagine it like you have to be perfect with it while you are on cycle. Like with every training on point and everything, because otherwise
what's the point?
Exactly.
You're just like putting yourself in a bad situation with side effects and stuff for nothing. Exactly.
Literally. And how come you didn't want a coach to guide you through this?
I am coaching a girl who is like using PEDs. So I'm coaching for PED use too.
Okay,
so I'm doing
for
it.
You a coach.
To get a coach. Oh, okay. Because like I don't feel the need to have a coach now. maybe I will at one point, but like I haven't found a coach. I'm really like, okay, I want to be coached by this person.
Oh, you wouldn't like to be coached by that scuba Celine? No, don't tell me.
No, I think he's a good coach, and there are many good coaches for sure.
Yeah,
I can name a lot of good coaches, but right now I really want to learn by myself. No, I like there are good coaches, but right now I'm not thinking I want to be coached by this person. I'm like, I'm not at this stage yet. Maybe I will at one point have a coach. Never say never.
Yeah,
but right now I just want to experiment by myself, learn by myself, and like having a coach, it brings you many benefits, but also you don't really have the opportunity to experiment on yourself.
Yeah, for sure. You have to like
you follow what you say.
100% agree and have the same mindset as your coach.
Yeah.
So if you are on another mindset or you have another opinion about things, it won't really work out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't really found a fit for a coach for me right now. And I really want to learn, and because when you don't have a coach, you have to learn. It pushes you. Sure. It pushes you to learn and to experiment.
Pushes you out of your comfort zone. Because when you have a coach, you are like, I don't know, reassured that you're doing it good, but it's not always the case. Yeah,
absolutely. So it pushes you. It's not for everybody for sure, but for me it works because I learned a lot, and it also like allows me to be a better coach for my clients because I learn for myself and I try things, and also I can try and see how I feel or I respond and then adjust, you know, like I can really learn a lot and try a lot. So for me it works now, but I think maybe at one point I will have a coach,
maybe for a prep or something.
Why not to test different methods, you know,
because I guess it's different to prep with these steroids and without. Or no? Or like...
Well, you have some new molecules you can add, like fat burners, like clenbuterol, yohimbine. Growth hormone is also a fat burner.
Yeah, the yohimbine, I think I've heard about this, like very bad for your anxiety from what I heard.
Yohimbine is like very bad for anxiety, and you have more side effects than clen. Like you will be like, when I take yohimbine, I have hypersalivation, like water, like
everywhere.
Like nose too. My nose is dripping, so nose dripping, like increased salivation. I have cold sweats, like I feel cold and
like you are like you have an actual cold or something. Like
like cold sweats. You have anxiety. You're like shaking.
Did you take it? Like you tried it?
Yeah. And but clenbuterol you don't have that. Like clenbuterol you can have increased heart rate, but after 2 weeks your body adjusts and it goes away. Same with yohimbine. After 2 weeks you don't have runny nose anymore. You don't have the side effects. But like between clen and yohimbine, when you take yohimbine you have a lot of side effects, like runny nose and anything. And for clen you don't. It's only a bit of heart rate increase. And
like, is this for everyone? Or just like some people get it worse than others?
Like if you have bad anxiety and stuff, I would say yohimbine is not a good fit for you.
For sure.
Like clenbuterol usually goes pretty well for most of the people, but like yohimbine, and also yohimbine is less efficient than clen. So if you're not tolerating well, don't use it. Like if it's fine for you, take it. It's a plus. But if you don't like tolerate it well, just don't. And also like during a prep, you can have thyroid hormones. You know, so this one will also like keep your metabolism high, so you keep burning more calories and you don't have metabolic adaptations. You know.
I guess you could find those on a pharmacy. Are these the same ones like people take medicine for thyroid?
I think so. I haven't taken like anything yet for thyroid, but I think it comes from the pharmacy.
Yeah, I feel like that's a little more dangerous for your like health, thyroid hormones, because like the thyroid ties in with so many other organs on your body.
So you have to monitor it too.
Yeah.
So blood work. Blood work. You check your thyroid level because if it's above normal levels, it's bad because it will increase like muscle like atrophy. You know, like
really?
it will lose some muscle. Like if you have hyperthyroidism, you have like muscle loss because like hyperthyroidism, like your metabolism is running very, very fast.
Yeah.
So it brings in, like, it just grabs energy wherever it can.
Yeah.
And it will take from everything, even muscle mass.
Okay.
So hyperthyroidism is not good because your metabolism is basically eating you.
Yeah, but there are like drugs that the doctor can prescribe you for thyroid problems. You know?
Yeah.
Because like
you have many drugs to deal with it.
Yeah.
But like for bodybuilding purpose, you just want to keep your metabolism in the normal range because with a prep, your metabolism is decreasing.
Yeah.
You have metabolic adaptations and it makes the fat loss way harder.
Yeah, for sure.
So by keeping your thyroid normal and not very low, you progress way better and faster.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
it's just like different drugs added during a prep. And also as a female, at the end of prep, you want to do a cycle to keep your muscle, to retain your muscle.
Okay. Because I saw some competitors like in the UK, for example, who were doing a cycle like in prep, and I was like, why would you do that? Why don't you do it on the off season when you can benefit the most from the growth it gives you? Why do it in the prep?
So like
at the end of prep.
So for a female, you can do like 3-4 cycles a year. Because if you go for more, you will have way more side effects faster. So like a good number is like 3-4 cycles a year, like cycles of 4 to 6 weeks, maybe more towards 4 if your doses are higher and 6 if your doses are lower. And like if you want to build muscle, do your cycle during your off season, as you said, when you have a lot of energy and you can really build muscle. But if you're prepping, you have to do a cycle at the end of prep to retain your muscle mass. Because at the end of prep, you're very, very lean and you are like at a lot of risk to lose muscle mass. So to retain your muscle mass and avoid muscle loss at the end of prep, you go for a cycle because you have more anabolism, so it helps you retain the muscle.
Okay, makes sense, yeah.
So that's it. This is why it's used at the end of prep. And you don't have like to go for a cycle at the beginning of prep because beginning you have fat, you have plenty of energy, you don't need to. But at the end, to retain muscle mass, it's a good idea.
Yeah, makes sense. Because I was always like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Now I know. Yeah.
So, but if you want to build muscle, for sure, like do them during your bulk. And if you're doing just a regular cut, and you're not prepping and it's not extreme,
you don't need those.
You don't need to do a cycle during this time. No, don't waste it during this time because you don't need to. If it's not extreme.
But did you try the clan and the yohimbin
yes.
in the mini
because
cut?
I did the mini cut, yeah. So I tried, I used clan, yohimbin, and TRT and GH.
Okay.
That's it.
So you kept that the same?
Yeah. TRT, GH, clan, and yohimbin. And yeah, it worked. It worked well. And yeah, for my cycle before, because I did my cycle for 6 weeks at the end of June to end of July, like approximately.
Yeah, okay. And then was the mini cut?
I did the mini cut before. I did the mini cut before, then I did 1 deload week, and then I did my cycle.
Okay.
And for my cycle, 6 weeks with, as I said, 35 milligram of masteron per week. And GH 1 unit a day. And also, like something I didn't mention, it's like I'm taking also, I would say, health drugs. It's like metformin, for example, which is a drug.
For,
do you know this one?
Yeah, it's for like diabetes.
Yes, diabetics. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it helps to decrease blood glucose.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm taking this one because GH can induce insulin resistance, so it can increase your glycemia. So by taking metformin, it's like prophylaxis, you know? So you're just like preventing any problem with glycemia. Anyway, it's better to keep your glycemia pretty low. And when you're bulking, it's very interesting because you're eating a lot of food. So your glycemia is always pretty high. So having metformin helps to keep it in a normal range and not risking diabetes type 2, you know, to be insulin resistant.
Can you risk that with
if you push your bulk very far, it can happen if you're predisposed to it, you know.
Okay.
For a long time, eating a lot in a surplus, gaining a lot of fat, it can happen.
And do you have any side effects from it? Because I heard people cannot tolerate it. Some people, like, cause
metformin?
Because there are like a few types of this drug.
Okay.
I don't know. I know it from my grandma, you know, because she was taking this metformin, and then she switched to something else because she like her body didn't tolerate it well. Okay, so like I have no idea. I just know from her.
I never heard of that, but for sure it can happen if you like. Some people can have like allergic reactions to some drugs, some excipients in the drug, like you have other molecules to make a pill, for example, and some people are allergic to some of the constituents. But for me, metformin, I just don't feel anything from it. And also I'm taking telmisartan, which is ARB, telmisartan.
I don't know what's that.
It's a drug for blood pressure.
Okay.
So it's an ARB. So it's angiotensin receptor blocker. So it will block the receptor for like angiotensin. So it will just decrease blood pressure. It's like a big mechanism of stuff going on, which is not really important to know for like just using telmisartan. But the main goal is to decrease blood pressure, because steroids increase blood pressure. So by taking telmisartan, it will reduce the blood pressure and also reduce water retention. So it has many benefits. Like both of them are very good for body composition, like helping you losing fat and gaining muscle. And it's not like crazy effects, but it's still something. And blood pressure to keep it low, to keep glycemia low. And it just like for health purposes. And because the drugs are like can bring you some health adverse effects, and keeping the drugs as a prophylaxis, and it will help you to like have a safer use of drugs. So this one's every day, all the time, like TRT.
Okay, you take like half of them.
It's one pill. It's like
the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah, like telmisartan is just a pill. It's like 20 milligram, I think so. And then metformin is like 500 milligram.
Did you start using these immediately after the TRT, or?
I started with the TRT at the same time.
Oh, okay. So you knew you. You have to, or you want to.
I did my research on it, and I knew I had to just take this one because and I go to the pharmacy, and I ask for metformin and telmisartan, they give it to me. It's like over the counter.
I know, because you don't need a prescription.
But in some countries you have to get a prescription.
I guess depends. Here you need a prescription if you want to get them like discounted or for free. You know, for
okay.
That's like for like my grandma.
For free,
Yeah, because she gets it prescribed from her family doctor, and
But for example, in France, you cannot have it over the counter. You need a prescription.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
How do bodybuilders go around that?
I think like underground, you know, they try to find a way. Like it's like GH or other stuff. But here you can just go to the pharmacy and they don't ask questions. They just give it to you. So. It's a good supplement, I would say, for health. So and next cycle, I think I will do it in like 2 weeks. I think so. I'm waiting for the test to be sure it's primobolan, and for the GH to arrive, and then I will do it. I think in 2 weeks when I'll have everything on point, and I will do like a higher dose of primobolan, like
for 4 weeks,
60 or 70 milligram. For 4 weeks, and see how it goes.
And how did you feel after the last one? Like, did you feel it increased your like rate in the gym? Like
no, like really not. Like with TRT, I felt a difference. Like my strength, like I was quite strong. Natty.
Yeah, you were.
I was quite strong. Natty.
You were so strong. I was struggling to hit your numbers.
Yeah, like Natty. So I have a good like strength level. But with TRT, like I really increased my strength a lot. Like for example, hack squat. When I was at Revo, I was doing like my max was 90 kilo.
I'm struggling with it now. And it's just like
I'm really conscious about the fact that I have more strength than like average like of female in the gym. and it has always been the case. So, but I just like I've seen a difference because like when I was 3, as I said, I was like hitting 90 kilo for 6 reps, and now I'm doing 150.
Yeah.
So it's like 60 kilo more.
Yeah.
And during my cycle with Masteron, my strength didn't increase more than usual, you know? It wasn't a crazy increase of strength, and I was expecting something because I was supraphysiological, and nothing happened. Like,
that's surprising, because I would expect you would say that it's really
like a lot of strength. No, not really. I didn't see
kind of disappointing in a way.
Well, if it helps me to gain muscle and not strength, I don't really care, because I care more about muscle mass.
Yeah, for sure, we're not powerlifters.
Yeah. So, and the same, like for muscle mass, I took pictures like before, after, I put it on my Instagram, and it's hard to see a difference. But also, I took a very small dose.
Yeah.
Like, for a female, like figure athlete, when you want to really gain muscle mass, like the starting dose is 35, but most females are using, like Megan Alison Silverstone, like she's using 70 milligram.
Oh, okay. Oh, did you read her blog post about the training?
Yeah, I did. And in a recent podcast, she said she was using 70 also.
Oh, okay. I didn't listen to that.
So 70 milligram a week, I was taking half of it.
But she's like more advanced.
She's more advanced, and she used drugs for a long time.
Yeah,
you
so
know?
she can handle it better maybe.
Yeah, and she already had muscle, you know, like like she did many cycles, so it adds up. Like the muscle mass is still here, and it just accumulates.
Okay.
I did only 1 cycle, so I cannot expect crazy change.
Yeah,
it's like over cycles that you just accumulate muscle mass. So yeah, I will try with a higher dose and see how it goes. But for only 4 weeks, not 6, because I will use a higher dose.
Yeah. And do you have like someone who you can ask for advice on it? On that forum you said?
Yeah, I can ask on forums. Like, I'm a member of Physique Collective and of G3 University. So I can ask questions if I want to. And they are answering super well and fast and stuff. So it's very, very good.
Yeah.
And also I can, like, I have good people, I would say, around me, so I can ask them for feedback or opinions. Like,
are you here at the gym?
Not at the gym. No. I can ask them also for feedback, which is good, because you need some feedback too. Like, if you don't have a coach,
you can see it like from the outside.
Yeah.
So important.
So yeah. And for like physique, because the same, like as you said, when you don't have a coach, it's really hard to see any progress in your physique.
Yeah.
So like, just, I don't know, posting it on my stories or on Instagram, or asking to people around me, like, do you see a difference? Because sometimes I don't see anything and there is a difference.
Same.
Or the opposite, sometimes I think something is happening and it's not obvious.
Yeah.
So it's good to have also feedback on the physique from other people.
Sure. Yeah.
So other questions on the topic?
I think that's about it for now. I mean, it's a huge topic, so we obviously can.
Yeah, and I think we covered a lot of
pretty much the important stuff.
Yeah. Good.
I wanna like get more into it just for myself.
Yeah. And
just to like now, just so I can hold a conversation with you, like more.
Yeah,
more in depth and to understand what I got pretty much everything you said, but I want to do my own research about it more.
Yeah, like I remember before learning about everything, like hearing the name of drugs, I just couldn't associate it to something. I just heard, like, you hear a name.
Yeah, exactly.
But you're like,
it's an empty space next to it. Yeah.
So, like, learning about it, you can get how it works, the effects, side effects, and drugs, and, like, the doses you can use and stuff. Like, and then it becomes so clear.
Yeah.
Because it's the same, like, before I was like you, and when I was talking about drugs, I was like, okay, I know this name, but I don't know about the drug.
Yeah, exactly. And how you use it and how you, like...
Yeah. So if you
combine it, and that's
for sure.
That's a whole other topic, I guess.
Yeah.
Combining it and putting it.
Yeah, absolutely.
On top of,
and especially for females.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty hard to find good resources.
Yeah.
But if you find them, then it's fine. But
and
like
and a good coach who actually worked with females, not just like how you said, thinks about women as tiny men and just whatever.
Yeah. It's a big problem.
Experience. They need experience with it. Like not just they know in theory, but
they don't know how to adjust it in practice. Yeah, for sure.
They know how to work with people.
Yeah.
Because everyone's different. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like because for the knowledges you can find good information in English. It's all in English. On, as I said, J3U, which is like you have to pay and it's quite expensive, but it's worth it 100%. On Trained by GP, but as I told you, it's not a lot on females. Like
they have like a few female athletes, but not.
Like in the forums, in the forums you can see the athletes talking about their cycles and stuff. But he made some videos, like educational videos, where he talks about some drugs. So I watched everything. Maybe now it's updated. I don't know because I haven't like seen the website for a while. But it was mostly about like the drugs by themselves. For example, I don't know, testosterone. He talks about testosterone.
Yeah.
But there are not a lot of things about females. Like he talks about it few times, but it's not really in depth. You know. Yeah. But it's still a good resource to learn about drugs overall. And then you have Physique Collective, which is good. They have many videos about it, especially for females because they also specialize in females. And they are very on point on that. And then you have Victor Black. So the website is Victor Black Masterclass. And so he is one of the first talking about PEDs and safer use, like using them more intelligently and with normal doses like because before it was a bit all over the place. They were using veterinary drugs and non-tested drugs and it was a bit shady. And like Victor Black was one of the first with education and really like checking the science, checking the research, and then so combining research and practice to like have a safer use and more intelligent use. But it's really in depth, I would say, and is really great also about women enhancement, but it's more in depth. So I would say like as a beginner, Physique Collective, G3U, and Trained by GP too. And then when you're more advanced, on the Victor Black website. Or
maybe the hypertrophy coach. You know him?
I know him. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Because I was on his website. And it was mostly training stuff and nutrition and recovery. But I haven't seen PED videos.
No. Or like who has a website is Coach Eugene Dio.
Same, no PED.
No PED.
No.
Okay. I think it's natural.
I think so. He says it's natural, so.
Who knows? Yeah.
But I think these are good starting points. And then I think you can know like a lot of things just by this websites and
like starting
courses.
Good,
Good. So I guess we're done for this podcast because we covered a lot, but it was a very good talk. And I hope people are going to appreciate having this knowledge out. And we'll see soon. We'll see each other soon and see you for the next podcast episode.